Hey guys, welcome to Nyonya Cooking. So today I am going to fulfill a recipe request and this is from Kelvin. Now Kelvin requested this recipe on nyonyacooking.com. If you want your favorite recipe on Nyonya Cooking, remember to head to the website. So Kelvin requested for the recipe Loh Mai Kai. Now Loh Mai Fan. In Chinese or Cantonese, it means glutinous rice. Loh Mai Kai. Now Kai, the word Kai means chicken. So it simply brings the meaning of glutinous rice cooked with chicken. Now this is a favorite dim sum dish, I would say. So if you go to Chinese restaurants, you normally get it. In different Asian countries, you see sometimes it is wrapped with a lotus leaf. But how we have it in Malaysia is slightly different. And I love this version because it's just so saucy, and then it's cooked with mushroom. It's really very delicious. So if you want to have this at home in the comfort of your own home, take a look at the recipe and then prepare it yourself. Now there's a whole list of ingredients and mainly they are sauces to marinate the ingredients. So let's go through them. First of all, we'll need some glutinous rice. Remember to soak it beforehand. And then chicken pieces, mushroom. I've used shiitake mushroom here. Now here are the sauces to marinate the chicken. We have dark soy sauce, Shaoxing wine, sesame oil, bit of sugar, ginger, and also oyster sauce. To cook the rice, we need some oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, and also sesame oil. Here I have some crushed garlic, slices of shallots, and also one Chinese sausage. We will first marinate the chicken and also the mushrooms. Now these mushrooms are actually dried mushrooms and I've hydrated them by soaking them in water overnight. So now I have the chicken pieces here. We're going to transfer the sauces directly onto the chicken. So oyster sauce, ginger. Now these are all crushed ginger, sesame oil, Chinese wine, bit of dark soy sauce. Now this is the caramelized dark soy sauce. It's mainly just to give some color. If you don't have it, you can skip it. This is something that I got from Malaysia, so I know in many Asian stores you can't get them, but you can get this really premium dark soy sauce and I believe that it will also give the same color, but it's not that thick compared to this that I have. And then a bit of sugar. Here I'm using some raw sugar. You can use white sugar just to add some sweetness. Alright. Then next we're going to add the mushrooms as well, so I'm going to cut the stem away. Cut it off. Cut them into slices. Lastly, this water that we use to hydrate these mushrooms, I'm just going to use 4 spoonfuls and pour it into the marinade. Now this would actually add some mushroom flavor to this marinade. Mix it well. And we're going to leave this in the fridge for about 30 minutes or more, and best overnight. So if you can leave it overnight, that would be the best case, or else at least 30 minutes. Step 2, while waiting for the chicken to marinate, we are going to prepare the rice. So here I have these Chinese sausages cut into slices already, and then we're going to just leave it aside. As for the rice, now we first begin with the shallots and also minced garlic. Now in this pan I already have a bit of oil. Now this is about half a tablespoon. Very little. Then we're going to saute the garlic and also shallots until it's fragrant. Do not have the heat too high or else it might burn the shallots and also garlic. Now that they are slightly brown, I'm going to add the glutinous rice, but before that switch the stove off. Then add the glutinous rice. Add in the sesame oil. Soy sauce. Oyster sauce. And lastly, dark soy sauce. Once you have added all the sauces, mix it well. Ensure that every grain of this glutinous rice would then be coated with the sauces that we have already added. Now that it's evenly mixed, I'm going to transfer it to this plate. Then we're going to steam the rice. To steam it is really pretty simple, and if you have watched my other videos, you'll know how to do so. Anyway, here I have it in the plate. I'm just going to place it in the pan filled with a bit of water. Before we cover the pan, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water. Just sprinkle over the rice, and this will ensure that you have really soft, fluffy, glutinous rice later on. You can also add the excess mushroom water if you like, but over here I'm just using plain water. Off it will steam, and we are going to wait until the rice puffs up. Now this step is really optional, but I like to fry the Chinese sausages first. So if you don't like it, you can skip this. But if you want to fry it like me, so I have the pan ready here without any oil. No oil, heat it up at medium heat, and then we're going to put this Chinese sausage slices directly into the pan. Now I like to do this because I want to add a bit of crispiness to the sausages. Now if you do not like it, then just skip it as I mentioned. But if you have not tried Chinese sausages, you have to look out for it because it tastes very different compared to any different types of sausages that you have tried. Now it has a bit of five sauce powder, I believe, and different Chinese seasoning that you would not have tasted before. So it's really very delicious, especially when you cook with this glutinous rice. Or what I like to do is to also add it to fried egg. So it's an experiment that you could try at home. Now just discard the oil that you have in the same pan, and this is where we are going to cook the marinated chicken. Just going to add a bit more water. Okay. Now to the gravy, I'm also adding a bit of corn flour with a bit of water. Now this is just to thicken the gravy, and when we bite into this glutinous rice, you'll feel that there is a bit of sauce in it, and therefore it's really very delicious then. Optionally, add a dash of pepper to the chicken. In Malaysia, Loh Mai Kai is normally served in a metal bowl. I have these metal bowls which I got from IKEA. You can use them as it is, or you can also use rice bowls like this. Whatever that can be steamed, feel free to use it. So I am going to assemble them by adding a few pieces of chicken, mushroom, and also Chinese sausage. So before adding the rice in, I'm just going to take a spoonful of sauce or gravy and just carefully have it over the ingredients here. You know, I can actually already imagine the taste, and as I pour the sauce over, I'm thinking, how I wish I can have this. So the rice is already done. It took about 45 minutes. Now that it's all puffed up, have a look. And it's so much more easier to cook because I've already soaked the glutinous rice overnight. You have to do this step, or else it will take long time before you can have really nice puffy glutinous rice. So now that this is already ready, we are going to fill the bowls up with the rice. So try to place your ingredients at the side of the bowls, or else you have all the ingredients right on top, and then I just like it to have, you know, looking a little pretty on the sides. Now we have already filled up the bowls with glutinous rice. Remember to press it down, and then I'm just going to take another spoonful of gravy and just pour it over. If you want the glutinous rice to be really soft, you can also add another spoonful of mushroom water, or also just plain water just over it. And then, now what we're going to do is to take this aluminium foil, then cover the bowls individually. Now if you're using disposable aluminium bowls, then you can already cover this with the aluminium foil and freeze it. So whenever you want to have it, just steam, and then you're good to go. But for now, we are going to directly steam this, just to ensure that, you know, the sauces are all really incorporated with the glutinous rice, And because we did not cook the chicken too long, it was about 4 to 5 minutes, I am going to definitely cook this all over again, as in by steaming it with the glutinous rice. Now the water in this pan is already boiling vigorously. I'm just going to lower this down to medium heat, and then I'm going to place these bowls individually into the pan. Okay guys, it's done now. So we are going to remove one of them. You can actually smell it already. Now to eat this, you're not going to eat it directly from the bowl. So we're going to remove first this aluminium foil. Using a knife, I'm just going to loosen the glutinous rice from the bowl. And what we need to do next is to just overturn. Just carefully flip it over. Oops. This is the plate of Loh Mai Kai that I really love. You see the sauces or the gravy on the outside, and it makes this whole thing so shiny. And just to spice things up, I like to add a bit of chili sauce. Now this is normally served with chili sauce that tastes very similar to sriracha sauce. So now, as usual, fluffy glutinous rice, very delicious. Oh, but it's spicy. Added too much sriracha sauce. Chicken absolutely tender. And what I really like about this is the mushroom, because it has been soaked for a few hours. That's why it's really tender. And then we marinated it with the sauces, remember? You have to try it now. Absolutely delicious. When I bit onto the mushroom, you can feel the gravy pouring out immediately. And finally, let's have a slice of sausage. I always have it with a bit of rice. Guys, this is just so good. I'm already eating half of it. Ooh, and that sriracha sauce. This is just so good. We like to have this for breakfast, tea time, with a cup of Chinese tea, oolong tea for example. It goes perfectly well. Now you have to try this recipe. Thank you so much for requesting this recipe. And if you want more recipes like this, hop on to nyonyacooking.com and also subscribe to Nyonya Cooking if you have not. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and also Twitter for more news from nyonyacooking.com. Now, before I go, I just have to tell you, this dish is so good. Till then, I hope to see you in the next video. Happy cooking!